All right, so this is a suggestion via donation. The name of the video is Visiting an Australian Beach by Fluffy. All right, listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's go and check this out, guys, all right?
Out of all the countries I performed in, my favorite country outside of home is Australia.
Explain.
And I'll tell you why. Australia, much like us in America, has its list of priorities. You know what's not on their list? Political correctness. They do not care about your feelings. It's like a country full of Daves.
Dave, of course, is bus driver.
Believe it or not, it's very refreshing to be around such a large group of people who speak their minds so freely. And if you know that before you go there, you're gonna have an amazing time. But if you don't know that and you show up, it is a culture shock and a half, because I showed up and I didn't know. Everybody says you gotta see the beaches, and I went to the beach.
All right.
I had people coming up to me.
Right.
Hey, somebody help me get him back in the water.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, look at right there, big fella. Look at you right there. Oh, look, he's moving. He's crying. He's crying. I bet it tastes like gravy.
Savage. Absolutely savage, guys.
It's not bullying if everyone does it. Yeah, that being said, I'm in Australia. Sydney, Australia, at the Opera House. For me, it was one of the most iconic places I've ever got to perform in. It was bucket list, definitely. After the show, I wanted to go hang out with some Aussies and see what that was like.
Right.
I'm hanging out at a pub. First things first, Australian people do not drink Foster's beer. That's an American thing. They don't drink that over there. I tried ordering one to fit in, didn't go over well. Bartender looked at me. Hey, you like the taste of piss, do ya?
Well, let me see. Have I encountered any Australians in like real life, guys? I have, but I don't know. They were women though, so I don't know if that's like a different thing, right? Like the people I have encountered from Australia, like person to person, have mostly been women. So I don't know. Interesting. I'll ask around though, trust me.
Bartender looked at me. Hey, you like the taste of piss, do ya? Okay, don't order that again. So I'm hanging out with these two Aussies and we're drinking a rum called Bundaberg. At first glance, it looks like a Coca-Cola bottle because there's a polar bear on the front. And then you drink it and you're like, that's not Coke, bro. As we're talking, a third Australian joined the conversation. And he sounded a little bit different from the other two. He had more of a raspy voice. More like, all right, yeah, mate, yeah, all right.
Like that, bro?
Sounded like a drunk pirate underwater.
Oh, a drunk pirate underwater.
These two guys didn't like him, so they called him a name and they left. And now it's just me and drunk pirate. We're talking about life. Life in America, life in Australia, talking about our differences. He tells me that he's a professional knife maker. He's showing me how it's done. He's showing me pictures. We wind up polishing off 3 bottles of this rum. And drunk wasn't even the right word to describe our level.
Because we can definitely tell from some of his other stories, right, that he specifically is not very, I don't know, he definitely will get drunk very easily, guys.
My tour
and
manager,
embarrass
Ryan,
himself.
he comes
I start crying, right? Because he's an emotional drunk, right?
up to me and he says, Gabe, time to go. And I look at Ryan and I'm like, but Ryan, I just made a friend and he makes knives and they're pretty. My tour manager always knows how to talk to me no matter what condition I'm in. If I'm drunk, he knows better than to talk to me like I'm an adult. He talks to me like I'm 2. He looks at me and he says,
that should be kind of everyone, guys, right? You definitely would speak to someone who's intoxicated like they were idiots in a sense, yes? or not. Well, I don't mean it like in a terrible way, but like you'd speak to them like they are, in a sense, children, right?
Hey, buddy. You hungry?
Oh yeah. Oh, you know that.
Well, listen, if we don't leave right now, they're gonna close McDonald's and you're gonna have to eat at the airport. I gotta go. Oh, Mom, you gotta go, no worries. And he goes to shake my hand. And when he shook my hand, he put his personal pocket knife that he made in my hand as a gift. That's for you, Mike. Thanks for being nice. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna cut cheeseburgers with this.
Oh, well, Australia sounds like a nice place to be, right? You have a whole bunch of people who just speak like people used to speak, in a sense, right? In the words of Fluffy, at least, right? That's what he says. He did say that Dave spoke like, how people used to speak. Anyway, guys, not a single complaint here, guys. He's another amazing story. I cannot wait to dive into more. He's such a unique person, guys. Absolutely. Listen, let me know in the comments the next one I should be listening to. I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right, then listen, you guys all have an amazing day. Enjoy it.